All right, welcome. It's time for the Smashtag Invitational. We are getting to the top echelon of this bracket. 12 players have been invited here, and now we're seeing where it all comes together. I'm joined by Willow, Scabs, and more later, but let's get it on. What do you think, man?
I've been watching a few of these matches. We've had a lot of nail-biters already. We unfortunately had Enhance wasn't going to be able to make it, so Stretch, the GOAT, stepping up at the last second and going deep a couple times. It feels like we can go ahead and win this one because it feels like every game has just been talents on a razor's edge.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, I'm excited for going into this. We're going to be getting to top 8. Everything is best of 5 at this point. We're going to be having a couple people hopping on the mic with us, just chilling. TK's going to be on later. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I mean, we have Stretch as the last-minute fill, but, I mean, he is someone who has been able to get very far in a lot of Smashtag tournaments before, right? So it kind of it makes sense that he's here, right? It feels very true to form that he's still here fighting against a lot of the same players that he's battled time and time against, especially in those really, really clutch sets like a loser's Sem or something like that, where he's just trying to break into top 5, top 4, something like that.
Yeah, we were talking to Stretch earlier. He
hi,
was really also I'm here now until TK gets here. Yeah. But TK's just gonna be doing top 4, so I'm gonna be joining you guys until then.
Nice.
So yeah, we were talking to Stretch, and he came in here. He didn't even know what the format was. He was like,
Classic Stretch.
but I think he's kind of playing with this attitude that like he wasn't even supposed to be in this tournament. He's got nothing to lose, and we've really seen that in his gameplay. He's done really well. I mean, he performed very well against Wadi.
Yeah, Stretch is always one of those players who's just here to play the game. He's here to learn. He's here to have a good time. He's here to compete, man. And no matter the format, Swiss, pools, you know, whatever the deal is. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, you put a match in front of him, and he plays it.
Yeah.
Probably wins.
Yeah.
Stretch is one of those guys that, I mean, he's such a nice guy, and he's very, very knowledgeable about the game. So it's always interesting to see him here because at an Invitational, I think this is where he gets to showcase a lot of his talents. A lot of these players, they aren't ready for what Stretch is like thinking. He's kind of one of those next-level players who really break down the game in a really, really beneficial way for himself, and I think his playstyle really shows that. So, I mean, we'll see what happens here. He already took a game off of Wadi. That was a big accomplishment, and now he's looking like he's poised to do some damage in this bracket.
Now, I saw the Wadi Me Sword Fighter earlier. Did anyone see what was going on with that later? Was he keep going to be Sword Fighter?
I think he went for just about every character in his roster. Like I saw him try to go ahead in their pools match. He tried against Sora. Game 1, won it. Game 2, got 3-stocked by Stretch. And then went to Rob. And he just doesn't want to actually play Rob that much. So it looks like we are actually going into our next match, the Montrose versus Slushie. Slushie knocked into losers at the beginning of the final bracket due to his performance in pools. And Montrose Bayo, a tough draw for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
unlucky.
I'm curious, do we think he's going to go Bayo in this matchup? Is that what he usually does?
My heart says Diddy Kong. That's what my heart says.
We've seen a lot
Pick
of his
any
characters
character.
today. I mean, he's been playing Diddy, he's been playing Ness. He's just been cycling through based on matchup. So I'm curious what he's going to decide is the best choice here.
I might be wrong, but I feel like I've seen the Ness into the DK before, but I think it's been something that he's wanted to swap off of.
Right.
So I think we might be avoiding the Ness in this matchup. I think we might be going for something simpler, like maybe the Bayo. I really think the Bayo might be their pick here.
Yeah, I mean, Bayo, obviously, just historically excellent against heavies. Those big characters, it's what makes like Rob players think like Bayo is like -3 for them. It's kind of crazy. But I'm excited to see how Slushie adapts to that. He's got the Sonic in the back pocket too if he really needs it, but he hasn't sort of brushed up on it recently. Been going most of DK just prepping for this invitation. I'm excited to see it.
Slushie never switches characters mid-bracket. Like, if he's going to go Sonic that day, it's just going to be Sonic, and he's going to be entering that with a Solaire attack. Like, he doesn't, if he's got the SlushieV2 tag, I would expect nothing but DK.
But there it is. There's the Bayo locked in from Montrose, and there's the classic DK from Slushie. Let's open it up. I'm imagining they're going to play S2, right?
Yeah, probably. That's something that if Montrose is on it, he probably won't swap off of it. Although, I mean, we are going to Smashville, an odd Game 1 choice here, but for good reason here for at least DK's part. I know that Bayo can get a lot of coverage with a lot of this stuff like ABK on the platform. Very nice.
And there we go, opening up immediately with 38% already on the board and climbing, Scabs.
It always feels like in this matchup, Slush is doing really well until all of a sudden he isn't. Like, it's just one hit, and then you're in disadvantage for just about the rest of the stock. You have to go ahead and get these grabs so I have to clear off this stage and maintain stage control. Because if you allow Montrose to run free, this is going to be a very difficult position.
Bayo's advantage on this stage is that your burst range is high. Like, Slushie is never outside of, like,
Yeah, for sure. Especially with how tall DK is. It's just like, I'm not even sure. You have to respect that burst range just so much more as SlushyV.
And right now, SlushyV just being very careful, but he's still having to deal with the edge guard situation. Montrose doing a very nice reset here, trying to fade back into a forward smash. Not going to work out. SlushyV disengages appropriately, now takes stage control. This could be really good, especially since we know Bayo's super light, and this raid is going to be a big issue. No tech there on that stage throw, so yikes.
We talked about how that wasn't even game. Like, this is what we're going to be seeing this entire matchup. It doesn't matter if, like, SlushyV's at triple digits. It's like, okay, you still have to land the straight hit. Meanwhile, SlushyV just fiending for that grab, and you know what this man can do the minute he gets them greasy DK mid zone.
this is one of those matchups where the more human error we introduce into things, the closer DK gets going.
I feel you. Oh my
Do it
gosh,
again?
dead.
Oh, there's the mix-up.
No mash.
An opportunity to get back, right? It still has great recovery in Bayo, and knowing the options, the rotation of options you got to go for there, still going to get a trade to get the stock here. Montrose is playing on borrowed time, it looks like, in the second stock. Yep, and there it is.
Yeah. I'm excited to see just how SlushyV keeps this up, or if Montrose is just going to be able to, like you're saying, like the human error part is just so dominant, but just no error at all in that combo. 86% just off the bat, no matter what. Montrose always on top of things, and it seems like he's sort of deciding to realize where he needs to go in this matchup. I'm wondering, we just saw it there, I'm wondering how much back within is going to matter when it comes to the Donkey Kong, especially because one of the biggest kill confirms he has is the cargo throw up air. So I'm wondering how consistent that can be against Montrose Bayo.
It's interesting. I've actually noticed the kind of conditioning. So SlushyV is kind of crouching, expecting some of these ABK stuff. You know DK is a very tall character, which makes it very likely that Montrose is going to be going for that ABK, but SlushyV crouching enough, but he's still getting caught off stage, and that's going to be an issue. A trade
There?
yet again, but
Okay.
finally we get the clean back air.
Aerial spinning Kong never did get that buff, did it? Right. That's the problem. The minute this man's off stage, it's like, just say your prayers. Because we all know what Bayo can do. Any character off stage. Down air, neutral air, the lingering hitboxes, even just going for that up B again. Out. Corner here, SlushyV, but I love the aggressive option to get back. Solid damage, and then, hey, maybe he gets a chance at banding.
DK has to go for a lot of fire styles. Just because, like, you don't need so that's something how is he enough ledge? How can I punish this?
Yeah, you really have to make your presence known, and you have to be feared as Donkey Kong, right? You have to, like, know, like, hey, these are the options I have. It's not even that, like, the options are necessarily, like, the options are limited, but they're so scary that you have to respect them, and you have to be looking out at all times if you're Montrose here.
Montrose is doing the right thing of also going for a lot of these air dodges, hoping for a bats, just because he knows that SlushyV is looking for any option to burst out of the corner. Like, any time he can throw a move, he will try to do it to try to break this advantage state. But right now, Montrose is going to take that first game. It was getting a little close there at the end, but yeah, he kind of ran the show in neutral. And it was a couple of good interactions for SlushyV, but we're going to have more.
Yeah, there was definitely a point in time in that game where, like, SlushyV was up an entire stock, and then Montrose just turned on the jets, combo after combo, and he's starting to cross up on shield a lot more. He wasn't getting grabbed as much, and that is a big part of how he's going to be able to keep this up.
Really felt like he just stopped making mistakes. Like, as you were saying with the cross-ups and just, like, playing outside of DK's range a little bit more and using that burst to, like, close the gap from DK can't hit me at all to you are getting combo.
For sure. But small battlefield is the kind of idea. You seem to talk about this matchup a lot. What do you think about this, Badger?
Well, I feel like using the platforms here, this is maybe going to give you more opportunities to get the hit on. I think it also, like, it's a little bit wider than Smashville, but it also means that Bayo doesn't have that much room to run away from this, which is good luck.
For sure.
This is interesting. So now the ABK is starting to really kind of like take hold. I've noticed that a lot of times it is crossing up. A lot of the crossings we were talking about due to the side beat. Still looking for more here, and we're getting a nice little combo string. The air dodge forced out. SlushyV still manages to muscle his way back in, but that's unsafe on shield. Now we're going to get a ding dong. We are indeed. That cancel on that platform is so key here to get that interaction to work.
This man got tricked at 39% to die. That is insane. It feels as though all SlushyV needs is one neutral interaction or a little bit of lane.
That's for Smash 4, baby.
Oh my gosh, barely killing off the side. Rapid jab, making it even. Let's see. Oh my gosh, what a grab off the dash attack.
Ooh, the way too. Okay, that's fine.
Absolutely terrifying if you're Montrose there. In the best of 5 situation, that's like the momentum you're going to need if you're SlushyV there.
Especially relying on that hard read-based play style in order to survive here and also get potential reversal. An opportunity for it now. Nope.
I'm noticing that Slushie he's starting to go for a lot more 2-frames, and I like that idea. Oh my! I like the idea of the 2-frames a lot because something that Montrose plays against Smub a lot, and that's the same thing where if you have that 2-frame, it's so easy to get a beat 2-frame, and so if Slushie's going to continue to complement that, it's going to be really up to Montrose to mix up his recoveries, not go to ledge quite as much so he doesn't get 2-framed. Oh my gosh!
Okay.
I didn't expect him to be behind him there.
Wow. The mid-combo crossover.
These hitboxes are sure are something, eh? It's like every now and then it's just like, all right, well, I'm sure this will work. Certainly the back air when the character's actually in front of me. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Speaking of hitboxes.
Slushie shut me up.
Wow.
Didn't think you'd do the third one, did you?
No, man.
Especially advantage state, especially the juggle. These up airs, mad coverage. It's already tough enough, but we're not seeing the bats. We're not seeing the witch time, the usual combo breakers from Montrose, especially in these juggle situations. I think it's kind of crucial.
I wouldn't want to witch time either, though, because like if you miss one, DK just couldn't.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah. I'm just saying, like I'm just saying, like as examples,
Yes.
right? Like I mean, mostly the bats, like the bats are not getting them
Yeah,
out.
I
All right, getting into this game 3 here, 1-1 of course, and running it back to small battlefield and the battle. This is one of those situations where I'm always wondering when Montrose decides to switch. He's obviously very comfortable on all of his characters. He's talked a little bit about how he's not super comfortable with anyone but his Nest. Like, he thinks his Nest is obviously his best character. But in these counterpick situations, he's going to rely more on those secondaries. So I'm wondering if the Nest is going to come out or if he's going to stick with other characters.
Yeah. There's pros and cons to everything.
For sure.
In this case, like Bayonetta has a lot of pros, like you get a combo. This is a lot of easy combo strings being done because DK's a big body, so you're connecting a lot more than the usual. And SlushieV2 doesn't have a lot of the options, but we are getting this very unconventional jump from ledge up B. I like that spinning pause in that position, but we're still getting too greedy. It's Montrose with the forward smash.
I think the key word that you used right there, Nerf, was like it's super easy for Montrose to do 90 damage in a combo. That just caught of the matchup, but it's also incredibly easy for Slushie to clean your stocks up really, really early. What we got to see from Montrose is we have to see a couple of those early kills. We got to see like an up tilt back air. We got to go ahead and see some ledge guards. We just haven't seen the exclamation point to his game. It's just been Bayo nonsense, normal. We need to go ahead and see that something extra.
The F smash that he landed was the only kill of that variety where it's just like a hard call out that he got. Other than that, I mean, the other kills he's gotten in this set, every single one has been like painstaking.
Oh my gosh, barely living that. That's actually insane. Excellent awareness there from Montrose, but he doesn't have the next up B. Okay, interesting. That could be the sign of life that Slushie really needs going into this game 3 here.
Okay, take 30, yeah. We're good for that. Don't try to challenge me when we're trying to get down.
But falling there, I mean, eventually that's going to stop working. And at that range, you don't have the spacing necessary. Montrose is going to get an advantage state, takes gauge control. Slushie desperate to try to get something here, but okay, no tech, and this is going to be a challenge. The back air probably seals the deal here.
Oh my gosh, the Sour didn't actually clean it up, but yep, finally getting it there.
Hey, third time's a charm, right?
Yeah, why
Just
not,
keep- I
man?
guess.
If at first you don't succeed, just toss out 4 or 5 more back airs. Eventually, the character will go away.
I've seen some of these trades work for both parties now.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That game was just so even for a really long time, and then Montrose just couldn't recover, and Slushie took probably the biggest advantage of that I could ever see him do.
Yeah, Montrose has missed a couple of those skill check tests. He's been missing those techs, and I think the reason is he's worried about like having to mash out of the grab.
Oh, yeah.
Just get thrown off the side, and he's just not thinking about having to tech there.
Yeah, that's the DK 50-50. Like that literally is the catch-22 that they catch, like they force on. So we're seeing the Diddy Kong. This is an interesting choice. What do you think about this one, guys?
I feel like this is an interesting choice here because, yeah, we are going from one character that dominates neutral to another character that can dominate neutral, but has the same exact problem. How do you actually kill DK in this matchup? Diddy's going to be struggling to claim these stocks, cannot edge guard nearly as well. Yeah, your combo game's sick, but if you give the big man a banana, well, you're going to find out why this man's been a hoarder.
don't let the big man get the banana. That's the game plan here.
Something that I would like to point about this matchup is we saw how good Slushie was with the 2 frames against Bayo, but Diddy does the same thing to DK, right? He's gonna have that really strong F tilt, the Z drop, the angel drops, and he's gonna be super strong in those ledge situations where he wasn't able to get really any kills when he was Bayo. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna do that. And of course, Slushie a little bit scared there of that exact thing and drifting back, but it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, that's not scared. That's terrified. This man literally said, I'm not going to put myself in any chance of getting hit with this forward tilt, holding back as hard as I can. Do not want it.
Okay, we're going to get nice, a little reset and trying to, I mean, obviously not trying to mash out. Not going to get that either. And the jump coverage, too, with the Nair. That's a meaty kill. And Montrose looking pretty tight after that one. We're going to have to figure out, like, how do we continue to win neutral against something that is this oppressive right now, looks like.
I mean, the big problem here is that banana throw isn't really that powerful in this matchup because if DK catches all the bananas with the full range of his tilts, and look at that, there's a little bit of a hitbox on the top of that monkey flip, aerial spinning column. And it makes it a little bit harder to go for those down because that's only active for 1 frame.
I would like to point out, though, I lab item combos a lot. And the thing about Donkey Kong with items is he has one of the slowest, if not the slowest, item toss, like as far as frame data goes, in the entire game. So it's actually reactable for him to throw banana, and you just shield immediately.
But I will say, like, I mean, Scabs, you talked about how, like, Diddy Kong doesn't really get too much from banana throw. I feel like on ledge, that is the exact opposite. He is able to get so much here because even though Montrose knows that there's a very little knockback from that banana throw on ledge, he's ready there with the hitbox. He's ready with an aerial afterwards to actually secure these kills. Montrose is expecting himself to get these banana coverage, and now he's actually going for a lot of these great options to extend advantage.
We've seen this story before, though. Like Slushie at close to 3-digit percentage. Losing neutral, but when's he going to get the grab? When's he going to get the trip? You really have to play perfectly right here. You do not want to allow this man to walk away. He's going to get the forward smash, but there's no way that kill's not a risk.
Right. You think up smash would have been better?
Neither would kill it.
Yeah,
Diddy Kong. Okay. Diddy Kong would be killing no heavies at 1 point.
Yeah. Just didn't know if it would be better, maybe juggle opportunity. For sure.
Oh, these down tilts and the roll, too.
There's
no way you're dead here.
Oh, he jumped out of it. Did not have the IDJ perfectly in the fight.
This is such a tense situation because they're both at just the highest of kill percents they could be right now. Oh my gosh.
That was
greedy. No tech necessary.
Tech spot back.
Yeah,
okay, looking for a grab again.
People often like air dodge by accident. So good on Montrose to not fall behind.
Oh,
you see him fishing, man. He wants that 2 frame for the life of him.
Perfect angle on that banana throw to force shield from Slushie, giving himself that window of opportunity. He's not going to get another one here, though. Got to be careful. Stage control is Slushie's, and now it's Montrose again. They're just retrading again. Can one of them get the edge guard, or is this going to be
This is who's going to get the grab versus who's going to get the up smash here. Like, know what Montrose is looking for. Can't quite land kind of a banana right there. Air dodge back to stage. Now we're at that percentage.
That's it.
Okay, monkey flip will do it.
Great call on the neutral get him shield there. That was a scary spot, but Montrose losing.
And now in losers, we're in final bracket now. Swiss is gone. We're just in the final bracket. They're both looking down the barrel of out.
command grabs running the family, but like, can we talk about like having a range for it?
Yeah. And that you can cancel into an attack.
Kind of nice. Like
Monkey
that
flip is
moment,
ridiculous.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna play a defensive option.
I heard
the shield is just gonna get beat.
Kazuya player used the metaphor of you're playing rock paper scissors, canceling
Yeah, exactly.
scissors after you see the
That's right.
Basically, what you want to do in that matchup is you want to use Donkey Kong's invulnerable hands on his tilts. So it's a really risky option, though, because if the Diddy Kong shortens and then lands in front of you, you usually get some kind of a punish because he's got banana in his hands. Otherwise, you'd want to try to go ahead and try to swat him away because that beats the grab but also beats the attack on trades. But when you're at 200, though, a trade might be. At that point, it's just kind of a checkmate situation.
For sure.
That's true. Damned if you do, damned if you do. Now, what can you do? There is one option that's going to stick with the Diddy Kong. This is the option that has been working. We're going to Kalos as a counter pick. Now, this is an interesting one. I know that this is a classic DK stage because of the coverage on the platform, but what do you think about this, Patrick?
I feel like DK's just never going to clash. I think even more so than in the past couple of years. Like, this is a stage where you're also, like, you're taking the platform, kind of simplifying the game. Like, there are less places for Diddy to go around, except on those, like, side platforms. If you can go in there and just, like, kill the then that could, that could be really effective.
gosh. The banana play is actually crazy, no matter how slow it is. Just the way he's like throwing it up and throwing it down, Slushie is able to mix up his timings on everything. And you react to the animation, right? You think he's going to dash at you, but then just nothing. And you have to deal with the consequences afterwards. Oh my gosh, are you dead here?
Gets the reset and then forces the command throw. You're crazy! I can't believe he literally got all of that out of like a combo extension. He's able to do so much here. That's great. So now we're getting a little bit more of a combo. 137, 143, and still toast.
Did he have a peanut in his hand here? He threw something. That was bizarre. Either way, that's the Montrose special. Justin Bylock tweeted about this the other day. What do? I'm at ledge, the banana's at neutral grip, and I'm tossing a peanut. What do? You can't do anything! DK is just too big. Even if he mistimes it just a little bit, he's going to be able to get the back hit of the peanut and combo in because he's already running towards you.
Now we're back to seeing the Diddy domination of neutral, because you talked about the advantages of DK living forever on the stage. Oh, is Diddy going to live forever? Stuck on those platforms, still not going to kill off the top. But now, what Montrose can actually do is he can run away on this stage so well. We've already seen a little bit of it where he just goes immediately to corner, pulls out banana, and says, all right, if you want to go ahead and play neutral, I'm going to wait until I got you.
Oh my god, DK pivot grab is absolutely shambling Montrose right now. And right way, you got to figure out how to take the stock, and it might be that, or it might be any of the other litany of options. What she's got right now, she's got to win neutral, got to break the zone right now, and a quick spot dodge, but no trigger pull from Slushie. He's going to get caught by another one of these off-stage shenanigans situations. Yep, bye-bye.
Overshot it just a little bit. He was ready to combo into the forward air, but the whiff is going to be the death of him there. He's down in stock, and this is his racket stock here, man.
Uh-oh. Nope.
He did not even need that back there. That's the problem with Donkey Kong in this matchup. I mean, you have a lot of distance to play with off of each of those edges, but because you have that edge too, there's really not a lot of mix-ups. So even if you made it back, that back air is going to hit every single time, considering that Diddy Kong also has a wall jump here and a wall clink to get set up.
Game 5 last stock as close as it can get. Alright, you want a little reset. Montrose isn't going to challenge.
This is like the wrong time to start going for those like defensive options. Like the panic options from Slushie are starting to become apparent, like the spot dodges. He's just expecting something. Montrose is playing it patient though. He's looking for the answers.
He wants his banana throw giant punch so bad.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, let's it rip. Oh my gosh. He's got no jump. He's got no jump. Should be fine though.
Oh no, this is looking bad.
Big damage from that connection, but we're back to neutral. The dash attack really aggressive. Oh, she's stuck at edge, gets the Z drop into the back air. Is Montrose.
This is where Montrose makes his money, man.
The monkey spin. Yep. The back air should do it. The trade enough. Montrose in a nail biter of a game 5 takes it.
Wow.
Just barely going to seal it there for Montrose, taking it 3-2 over Slushie.
That's crazy. I mean, it felt like it was getting right down to the wire, but I kind of expected a situation like that because it had happened a couple times now where Slushie just got forced into a lot of these desperate options. You don't have a lot of things that you can do in that situation as DK, so you are really limited to as few options as you can think of. So it is a valiant effort to try to get himself back from those dire situations, but at the end of the day, I mean, you just get out-charactered, right? Like, I feel like that's just the edge guard that Diddy Kong allows, and it's also DK vulnerabilities put on full display.
Having that as a loser's round 2 match feels insane, y'all. Like, 'cause like that's grands of every other normal weekly Smashtag. Just like, how could you possibly go up from this? It's crazy. I'm excited to see where we go here.
Yeah, losers bracket full of killers already. I mean, our next match is going to be SlushieV2 and Matador. So that's been very late bracket at other events.
I mean, real talk, I had Matador getting top 3. So
I was too.
I was rather surprised to see him start off on the loser side of bracket. Drew a very difficult pools match. Like, I think he had Waddy and he had not Slashie.
Oh, I thought he lost.
He didn't play Slashie.
Say again?
I thought
Stretch. Yeah, it was Waddy and Stretch that he had in
Stretch,
pools.
yeah.
So and those two met up in winners semis.
Yeah.
So he drew those two and still only went 1 and 2 in pools. And since then, knocking people out. It hasn't really even looked too close in a couple of his games. That's kind of the Wario difference, though. Every now and then, this man gets a little bit of time, get the stock lead, can build up that waft, and just go ahead and write that game off. Go Bands.
True.
Yeah. But, you know, So I have to stop and talk about this picture of SlushieV2.
I know, right?
It's so funny because Soy had to crop out just this guy that was bolting at him in this picture. It's right to the left of him. It's just just the context of its existence just
I have no
is
idea
hilarious.
What the deal with this picture is.
He just took a selfie of himself. Soy needed a picture.
But yeah, so these
That's
two,
perfect for SlushieV2 though.
I guess so.
It does fit SlushieV2.
Someone heard that he played Me Brawl and they wanted to rush him. Like, is that?
You play who? It's
like,
over.
oh my God, Me Brawler main, get him!
Yeah. These two have played quite a few times before. SlushieV2 has the winning record, but not by a lot. They go back and forth. And I've been talking to SlushieV2. He's talking about how he's just like super tired today. He doesn't feel like he's playing very well. So I'm curious how this is going to go. Because Matto also, he was talking about his win over Austin, and he said that, he felt pretty good, but he also doesn't feel like he's playing amazing. So might be kind of sloppy. Both of these are combo characters, so we'll see.
So we're gonna see some nonsense. That's what I'm here.
All right, we got Montrose here joining us. How'd you feel about that?
Get close to the mic.
Here.
So like, I don't know.
No, the mic's active there.
Oh, the mic's out.
Oh,
Active, so they should be able to
Okay. Slushie, I mean, I played +2 matchups on DK. He's probably the best DK I ever played. One thing that really shocked me is I tried to cross up his shield so I can't get shield grabbed, and it never worked. I was behind him, and I would get grabbed anyways.
There was that one point where I think it was to end the first game that you won as Bayo, where you had the back air off the ABK in the air, and he was just not anywhere near, but it still hit. That was crazy,
I honestly
man.
don't even know if that was true.
No.
Wait, that was a sour spot back air, so I think he was DI that way. It really shouldn't kill DK at center stage at 150. Regular character, yeah, it will kill him.
He was just trying to escape.
Yeah, he just wanted out there, but.
Tell me about the character picks in that matchup. Are you just done with Ness for that matchup?
Well, I think Ness DK is even because
Okay.
if you get hit by one up air, you can't escape.
That's tough. Yeah.
So you either get up air to back air until you're at the ledge. Ness is great if DK is at ledge. Not so good if he gets hit in the air.
That's exactly where the Diddy Kong comes into play. It's just like he dominates neutral and dominates the ledge. You were throwing. You did the thing that Justin Bowles was complaining about on Twitter.
No, the Pina at ledge is actually really, really broken on big bodies, like obscenely broken, especially if they don't have that much mix-ups out of the ledge. So yeah, I don't know if you saw, he regular get up. The Peanut was like the last frame behind him, and he got hit by it. It was actually kind of stupid. I don't know.
So how do you feel for the Russian bracket? What are you thinking?
Oh, I think I play stretch, but I don't know. Last time I played him, it was pretty hard. So we'll see.
Thanks for your time, Sig. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Welcome to eStarland.com, your one-stop shop for all things gaming. Our massive selection of games includes everything from retro titles to the latest releases. And don't forget about our unbeatable trade-in program, where you'll get the best value on the planet for your used games. Our on-site repair team is also available to diagnose and fix any issues with your consoles or even your phone, so you can get back to gaming in no time. We have a wide range of merchandise to choose from too, including shirts, plushies, and a ton of other cool stuff. Visit eStarland.com today to see for yourself why we've been gaming like no other since 1991.